Here we are again. We got British aristocracy there with his
with his scarf on.
With his scarf on. He looks aristocratic, doesn't he?
To a degree.
𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗦.
How's it, Striker?
Yeah, good, all good.
Yeah.
Just not racing enough, but what can we do? I know the punters are crying, but we're also crying. We don't get an income, and we need to keep our weight down. We need to keep fit, so we need racing.
Keep your weight down. I went to dinner with you the other night. You weren't trying too hard to keep your weight down.
Yeah, that was a couple of days before next race meeting. But those ribs are good of yours, Lance. Those ribs are very good.
Good, man.
The ribs. What about we ate at Big Mouth as well? I mean, you weren't far behind there either.
Yeah.
Terry was on fire that night. Listen, we've started recording. Welcome to another podcast. We're going to preview the big race meeting on Saturday. Geez, I've had a lot of messages. When's your next podcast? When's your next podcast? I don't know if the Oaks follow us or go against us. But I think overall, if they follow us, they're in the money.
Well, on the last podcast, they surely would have been.
100%. And I'm really proud of what we've done. I just want to get a little bit of housekeeping out the way, because all the skeptics in the beginning that were like, oh, how can a bookmaker tip? They've all been won over. Pierre's had his criticism. He's won them all over. And I'm swearing so much less. So, I mean, it's just been...
No, win.
Win. Right. It's a big card on Saturday, 11 races. Strikers picked up 5 rides on the day.
Wonderful.
Yeah. The other OAP, Andrew Fortune, I don't know how many rides he's picked up.
He's got a few.
He's got a few, doesn't he? Let's get going. Race 1, the 𝗘𝗨𝗠𝗕𝗪 Stakes, which Pierre's probably won 10 times. What do you think, Piere?
Well, on the line through Red Caramel, that's number 6. Jingleberry's got the strongest form at the moment. But these are also 1 run, 1 win. Malibu number 3, 1 run, 1 win. How do you know what's going to improve more from here? But putting my neck out, I'm going to go with number 2, Jingleberry, to beat number 3, Malibu, from number 4, One Fine Winter.
So Soccershop.bet, in their infinite wisdom, have gone 12-10, One Fine Winter, which I find quite skinny, I have to be honest. And then they're going 3-1 Jingleberry, 3-1 Malibu, 4-1 Glastonbury. Lance, why have you gone 12-10, your mate's horse?
You know, looking at this race, it would seem that Craig Zaki opted for Malibu over One Fine Winter. Could very well be the case, but on just pure form, I think it's going to be very, very hard to beat the 4 One Fine Winter. It's a lovely race to start the day, I must be honest. It doesn't end that well. Card really ends with poor racing, but this is a wonderful race. I do not like Jingleberry for tuppence. Backing distance, scrubbing early the other day. Penny dropped very late. I think the one in number 4 will be traveling well within itself or kick. Jingleberry may not get there. I'll make the danger Sean's horse, the second string, Tina Lovelace. And if I had to, if number 1, Glastonbury, showed that he preferred more than 1,000, I would lean to him as 3rd. But her, my outright choice is definitely number 4, from number 5, and then number 1.
Okay, so I can't have Sean's horse. I think Malibu's got any amount of improvement. Always been a fan of 𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗧. And just from what I know, speaking to Lucky, he wouldn't be running this filly if he thought that an easier path in her progression would be the case. If she wins this race, she puts her name up in lights. So Malibu for me. Right.
But last Tina Lovelace finished stone last time.
Yeah, but Tina Lovelace, the race before, I don't think that last run was her run, eh? What did it say there on the right, that there was an excuse?
Yeah, but even when she won, the form behind her doesn't look very good.
No, it doesn't, in fairness, and she won the same day that the favourite won.
Listen, he's obviously had a WhatsApp off Sean.
I haven't
Please
had,
not try and diss too many of my horses.
I haven't had anything with Sean. I think Jingleberry coming back in trip's not a good thing.
You don't like it. Generally,
And the way
you don't think with the
that's the
experience.
start favourite. So,
no, I don't like Jingleberry either. I like Malibu.
and Malibu,
You don't think with experience.
sorry?
You don't think with experience, the horse can wake up, jump better, have more speed.
I have no doubt that it could and most probably would, but you know me, Piere, you've always pointed it out. I don't like them coming back in trip. And the second race, also, same story, coming back in trip, a horse that I fancied. And because it's coming back in trip, I've gone off it. But
Okay.
I'm going to stick to my guns. And by the sounds of it, it looks like we're going to get 2-1 and better.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's got to drift out. Don't take 12 to 10 today. Right, so let's shoot on to race 2, and we'll let Lance go first.
Okay, as Joe can see on the right, I've put a big watch next to King Harold because the excuses. But then I looked deeper and I saw his backing trip. So that kind of put me off. Jason opened up the 4, 8 to 10. Green Diamond, really, really fast. I mean, if you look at its times, it's incredibly quick. And you can't fault its form, to be quite honest. So again, I mean, it looks really like the one that they're all going to have to beat. I don't see much else in the race other than King Harold. I don't like Sean's second string, Tin Pan Alley. I really don't like that. I don't think that form's going to prove too good. But again, 2-year-olds, youngsters, anything could happen. King Harold was my outright second choice, but I see it's back in trip, so I've kind of gone off it a tad. But for me, the favourite, another one hard to beat.
Okay, Pierre?
Yeah, number 4, Green Diamond, hard to beat. I can't see anything with strong enough form to worry her. The second horse, King Harold, was beaten by her last time about 4 lengths. So, and 𝗏𝗥𝗦𝗧 probably had a choice between Sean's other horse, one is only start. So, Green Diamond, the favourite, number 4, hard to beat.
Okay, so this is what I think. I think if you take the 14 to 1 Colfoot now, you'll be pleasantly surprised to see it start 6-7 to 1 on the day. Totally unfancied on debut, but actually, if you search the internet, you'll find this horse doing a spectacular bit of work in Cape Town. When, you know, they video those gallops.
Yes.
And this horse put up a really, really smart bit of work. And I was surprised it was such a big price first time out. Clinton running it 11 days later. It's got to come on from the run. I can't believe you guys have got it at 14 to 1. It's only a 7-horse race. The each way is a bit tricky, but I'll be very surprised if this horse starts that big. Very surprised. I think this is a 6-7 to 1 shot, and I would be taking each way Colfoot as my play in the race. Green Diamond can win. They've all got things, but for me, 14 to 1's the wrong price.
Listen, as a bookmaker, these young horses make fools of everybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
You want to just be a bookmaker. You want to lay and hope that other horses improve around, and
That's it.
it could easily happen. They look like quality horses, these.
100%. Right, race number 3. And over here, Soccershop.bet have got My Soulmate 5 to 2, Explosive Bond 4 to 1, 5 to 1, 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 has got more miles than I've got, funnily enough.
Yes.
You know?
But he seems to be getting better. I can't say the same for you.
Thank you.
Do you have it, Lance? Do you have a share in it? I mean, like normally an owner would say that.
No, he supplies the transport. 20 drachmas 5 to 1.
I can tell you what, I might have a share in this. Every relation of mine's got a share in it, so there's a good chance somewhere down the line I'm connected.
Are these the same owners as Danton from Santon?
No, well, a lot of them are.
Roughly,
yeah,
eh?
A lot of them.
Yeah,
Pierre's
colours.
Yeah, Pierre's mates. 6 to 1 United Council, Breeze over 7 to 1. Not a great race, the Gold Bowl. Used to be a fantastic race. The OK Gold Bowl. Used to get the old sweepstakes going and 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥.
Yeah, Joe, it's a listed race. Wasn't it a grade 1 before?
Yeah.
They used to have a day for it. Used to have the tents on the left
Yeah.
and the right. Turffontein was packed.
The problem is that nobody buys kettles anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody just, yeah, anyway. So I was actually I'm going to go first, Joe. I was actually with Sean last week, and I tried to get him to sell To the Rescue to me. I think I put this horse on a plane. I'd have it running at Cheltenham next year. Not a race that I'm at all inspired by. Having said that, 5-2, My Soulmate for Candice Dawson, 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥 really has the current form to win this race, and a very small bet advised here. My Soulmate, that's my choice. Lance?
Joey, you're right. It's got the form. It's got the weight. This is a race where the weights are compressed. My Soulmate gets her allowance as a filly. So she's definitely well in. So you have to respect her. She looks like she's in a bit of form. And if you put a line through 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥's last run, that's the danger. So if I look to the best weighted, like Piere does, I'm going to go with that. My Soulmate, 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥, 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗢𝗪, the betting's 5-2 and 6-1. And I see the race, them two fighting it out in what is, again, another weak Gold Bowl.
Yeah. Pierre?
Yeah, My Soulmate, handicap to win. Beaten everything last time out. She should be fit. She races from handy, so there should be no excuses that you have to worry about the pace. At 5-2, good value for money. My Soulmate, hard to beat.
Well, that's the first one we all agree on. Now,
Funny enough, the last time we all tipped it as well at one.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. At this point, I've promised a massive announcement. So the next clip you're going to see on this podcast will be the announcement. Now, thank you to the National Horse Racing Authority and to all the people around, and to Lance in seeing the vision. But as you can see on the screen here now, some of Lance's horses are going to be running in the new colors.
Yeah, we got our yellow and pink, which we've had for years, which we'll continue to use for the in-training old campaigners, pretty much. But all the young horses, all the debutants, all the new purchases are going to be in the colors that you can see on the screen. As you can see on the sleeves, it's got our branding, which they really allowed us, and for that I'm grateful and thankful. And we're going to go with the colors of our website. In the book, it's pretty much going to be Soccer Shop nominee Lance Michael. So hopefully we get a few champions out of them. One ran the other day in Glycian's colors, which will be running in these colors, Tintin. And that looks quite promising, and hopefully we get a few winners.
And some exciting stuff's going to happen. You know, we're going to introduce you to another member of the team just now, and we'll be doing days out with these horses running the colors, and some of the clients will be able to sort of enjoy it. And
a classic day. We had a whole lot of clients out, which was a wonderful, wonderful day for us.
Brilliant.
And we're planning a whole lot more in the coming season.
Thank you. Right, let's move on to race 4. Great little races, the Camellia Stakes.
I've won this a few years ago, guys, with a horse called 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥.
Okay, well, you got 5 then. Take the next 5 minutes to tell us what will win this one.
Tough race, tricky race. You want to give him the betting, Joe?
Oh, absolutely. Soccershop.bet, 5-2, 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥, 3-1, 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥, 5-1, Time for Orchards, 𝗘𝗨𝗠𝗕𝗪, 6-1, 7-1, Give Me a Shot, 8-1, 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥, 10-1, and Better the Rest.
So the form tells you 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥 is 3 kilos better off than 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥. Form tells you 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥's drawn 9, 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥 drawn 2. But what the form doesn't tell you is that Striker's in the form of his life, and he's on 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥. So I don't think Sean's worried about the draw being such a small field. So if you go with the weights, if you go with the form, the right favorite is 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪. But I think this horse, 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪, is an up-and-coming horse. It's improving a lot faster than I would think 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪 is. And I make the only danger to these two, a horse called 𝗘𝗭𝟏𝗪. 3 times at the track, a win in a second. So that's how I see the race. I don't see much else competing here. I don't know how you guys see it.
Well, Piere?
Yeah, I think Lance, if you hit the nail on the head, best handicapped horse, 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪, draw 9 out of 9, where you want to be when the track's soft and we've had rain, and we have had rain. So 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪 was also a little bit unlucky apparently last time. Didn't jump so well and then got stuck on the outside between some horses. Didn't get a clear run. So I think 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪, good value at that price. 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪, obviously, she's fully on form, that's right there. But drawn 2 is still a concern. You've got to try and overcome your draw and move to the outside. Hopefully they go fast enough and you're in behind them and you get to run in some of the good going. But if they don't go fast enough, then you're going to have to be handy. You're going to have to push the guys to the outside. And if you can't move over to the outside where the better going is, you might be running in the worst going for a majority of the race. So 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪, good value, the horse to beat.
Yeah, I think in your exotics you can get away with 2 horses, 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪, 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗪. If maybe you want to throw another one in, you might want to chuck Tony's other horse in, 𝗘𝗭𝟏𝗪. Tony,
No, that's not in the race.
oh, they didn't run far behind them last time.
Not in the race.
Okay.
9.5 kilos out with 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗪.
No, it's badly out.
I'm with you, Lance. I'm with you.
Not for me.
No. See, if you want to add in another one, but I
You
don't
want
think...
to add in another one, add in 𝗘𝗭𝟏𝗪.
Okay, well, now you've got to add in 2, because it doesn't mean I'm wrong either. Seriously, I think 2 is sufficient. 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪, 𝗦𝗡𝗡𝗢𝗪. Pierre's riding well. I mean, he's ridden well his whole life, but he's riding well. She's a lovely filly, this. And 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗪, again, Tony's got this horse spot on. The 2 kilo difference, the draw might sway me towards 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗪. I wouldn't be having a straight bet, but in my exotics, I'd only put those 2. Right, race 5. Soccershop.bet. I'll go first. Here, you guys have gone joint favourite. Olivia's Way, 𝗦𝗘𝗚𝗏𝗪, 5-2 each of 2. Beating Wings, 4-1. 𝗘𝗭𝒪𝒃, 7-1. 𝗘𝗭𝒏𝒡𝗏, 8-1. And 10-1 and better the rest. Pierre's riding Indian Ocean here for Manu Pandaram. Honestly, one of the most improving stables in Gauteng, along with Brett Weber. I don't know, so nice to see these guys actually doing, running to form all the time. This is a good race, eh? And I went for Olivia's Way last time out. She ran against the boys. She's running against her own sex this time. 5-2, Gavin's back on the ride. I know Sean thinks a lot of 𝗦𝗘𝗚𝗏𝗪, and felt that maybe 𝗦𝗘𝗚𝗏𝗪 could have won the race that she ran in last time. But I think Olivia's Way, for me, is the horse that they all have to beat. I actually make the danger Beating Wings. I'm not convinced 𝗦𝗘𝗚𝗏𝗪 can live with those 2. So I'm sticking to Olivia's Way to beat Beating Wings. Yeah.
I'm breaking the race down like this. It's not a handicap. Set weights. So the 2 older horses, Beating Wings, none other of the older horses, that the only ones that I can see that can win. And of the younger brigade, Olivia's Way. I'm going to go with Olivia's Way just because I think she's got more scope for improvement. 𝗦𝗘𝗚𝗏𝗪, she comes from far behind. Like Craig Zaki said to me last time, she doesn't want to go. She struggles to get going. So I think Olivia's Way will have a decent position where 𝗦𝗚𝗏𝗪 might be too far back again. And then of the older horses, Beating Wings and none other, I'm going to say Olivia's Way is in a better form and more scope for improvement. So my opinion, number 6, Olivia's Way, hard to beat.
You striker, Lance. Here we go.
Olivia's Way and 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗪. One ran in the Oaks, one ran in the Derby. I can't, for the life of me, work out which form is better. But what I can tell you is that Olivia's Way ran against the boys, which everybody knows. And I thought she equipped herself really well. The run before that, she beat 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗪. On the face of it, I'm as close to going over 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗪's Olivia's Way.
Whoa, I was not expecting that.
So I didn't want to shut the roof down, but once you guys concurred, I think she's going to be really hard to beat.
Sure.
The one is a big danger, beating Wings, because I feel she's also well treated, and you can't discard 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗧, but I think she's third best yet.
Yeah.
So for me, Olivia's Way, and second place, number 1, beating Wings. But almost a bank Olivia's Way for my pick 6.
Brilliant. Right. Race number 6, the Colorado.
This is overs.
Go on, then go first.
Now, this is absolutely overs, 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗧. Another banker, number 7. Let's go now. Well in.
Who trains that?
Sean Terry.
Okay.
I'm actually having lunch with him tomorrow. So
Are we?
pity I couldn't have it today. He says if racing doesn't go ahead, he'll meet me for lunch.
Just you, or am I invited?
You're invited to everything, Joe. Okay. I don't even want to talk anything else in the race. I see Jason opened them both 2-1 or 16-10, 2-1. I can't see us laying under 3-1, 7-2 marauding horde. I know the race is thin. And I, funny enough, make the only danger to Let's Go Now, the stable companion, 𝗦𝗘𝗎𝗓.
Sure.
But I'm strong on Let's Go Now. I don't think it'll trade 16-10. I think you'll always see 2-1. I don't think Marauding Horde will trade 2-1. I think you'll see better. But I think the race lies between 7 and 1 in that order.
Okay, Piere.
Yeah, once again, it's not a handicap. Let's Go Now, handicap to win. The only horse on handicapping that's close to her is 𝗦𝗘𝗎𝗪. And last time 𝗦𝗘𝗎𝗪 didn't want to go. The horse ran stone last. The time before I won on 𝗦𝗘𝗎𝗪. It wasn't as strong as a field, but he doesn't want to go. So if his attitude doesn't change, he might not want to go at all again in this race. And for that reason, I say overs 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗧, number 7. Let's go now.
Yes, because you Oaks. Overs 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗪𝗧, both of you.
Duck or no dinner?
Well, listen, I think you're running the risk of no dinner. Like, I really do. I think completely out at the weights. Completely out at the weights.
Yes, don't say 𝗦𝗪𝗏.
Completely out at the weights. But, for Gavin to get on this horse, I can't work out why. You got to believe that he could have asked for Marauding Horde. I mean, we all know Gavin gets what he chooses. And going over the 2,000 meters at 10-1, just have a couple of each ways on 𝗦𝗪𝗏. I'm sure Let's Go Now can win. Has got the form in the book. I just got a feeling that this horse maybe doesn't like to win too often. I might be wrong.
Which one?
Let's Go Now.
Possible, but I'm saying on the face.
Hasn't won since January of 24.
Gee, run behind the good horse the other day.
Yeah, listen, I mean, if I run behind Usain Bolt, you're not going to have a bet on me to win the Olympics.
No,
I'm just saying. And ran behind, listen, I'm not criticizing the filly. She's a lovely filly owned by amazing people in the game. But we are a tipping podcast. And I think, just be careful in this race.
Listen, if you go bigger and you beat them, you're going to get money. So
yeah.
What we're telling them, they can all see. But
yeah, 100%.
I just feel the horses come in a form, the trainers starting to come to form.
𝗦𝗪𝗏's rated 96.
Yeah.
Let's Go Now is rated 113, and it's getting 2.5 kilos. I get it. Right. So anybody that knows me, my Yahoo, Gmail, and Hotmail email addresses are all Senosota. and we come to the Senhor Santa Stakes. Of this, I'm convinced Strikers won loads. Did you ever win on All Will Be Well?
Yes. You won about 5 on all.
Must have, eh?
Yeah, got a
And on
couple, yeah.
Piffy?
Yes. 2 or
Must have,
3.
yeah. Right. Truth, 5-2. Pistol Pete, 3-1. Mount Pilatus, 4-1. 5-1 Malek. Chasing Happiness, 7-1. 10-1 and better the others. Piere Strydom, steer them into the winner.
I see a 2-horse race. I like Truth as my first choice. He's got Pistol Pete held on form. Pistol Pete is 2 kilograms better off the last time they met, but I still feel Truth drawn 5. It's not far away. Pistol Pete's drawn 2, Truth has drawn 5, but it's just like it's almost like a chain reaction. So you kept, if you drawn 2, you sort of held there for a while with the rest of the field. Where drawn 5, you're able to move over to the better going quicker. And then the danger is Malek drawn 1. So because of the draws, I'm going to say Truth is going to be a hard horse to beat.
Okay. Lots.
I want to play her, guys.
Oh, yeah, we go.
I want to play her big time. I want to take on Truth. I want to take on Pistol Pete. I want to take a few horses on here. I respect the 1. I respect the 2, the weights. Everything doesn't tell me that I'm of sane mind. But I got a gut feel, yeah, we can play as a bookmaker. Eh?
Okay.
Time for Orchids, 2 or 3 races earlier. If that runs a big race, Malek's going to be very hard to beat because William Robinson comes from the same form line. Time for Orchid from William Robinson. So in a nutshell, I know the first couple of races looked very thin. This and a Hiroshimic. And don't say because it's Sean's horse. This was Mrs. Browning. If it finds its best form, it'll creep up into a 3rd or a 4th or it'll be a lovely quartet or a bipod horse. So
It finished last time, my last.
yes. No, I know all of that, yeah. But I can just tell you, this race has got result written all over it. But the form tells you Truth, Pistol Pete, and maybe something else. I'm telling you, Bomber Ducks. So Lance Michael, the gospel according to Lance Michael, is going field in the pick 6.
And I am playing the 𝗦𝗔'𝗦𝗪 card.
No, not in this race, Joe. You can't do that. It's not possible.
Oh, there's a jockey booking here of note.
Yes.
There's such a jockey booking here of note.
For Rion Pistol.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with your affiliation with the Peterstone.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
In the finish, he just has this ability, this jockey, right at the death. Right at the death, he's just able to pull that whip over, give it a crack on the other side, and the horses just kick again for them. Am I right, Mr. Strydom?
Yeah, no, Richard can.
Very good at that.
Horse, he's different style to all of us. Almost similar to like Robbie Shame in the old days.
Yes.
Not this a style not that I would think is perfect because you should get down low and gather the horses, but we've all got different ways of doing the job, and he gets it done. Sometimes he looks like he's never going to win the race, and he gets up. So
I just
yeah,
think,
look at the only thing is 2 starts back, Gavin Larino rode it, Pistol Pete. So are we not rating Gavin Larino with?
I am. I genuinely feel that Pistol's got this running style, and when he needs to be that final kick, I think Richard's going to get that out of him. And I think you might see him on Pistol Pete for a long time if he pulls it off today. That's what I think. So for me, Pistol Pete or field. I agree with Lance, it's a hard race, but I like the jockey booking. It's a very interesting booking there.
Fair play.
It's a very interesting booking. Right.
Joe, as you know, we sponsor this podcast.
We do. Of course,
as you know, we got a fully fledged website.
I know all these things.
But what people don't know is my son, who studied for 3.5 years, has joined the firm. He's now involved on the online platform. I want to introduce him to everybody because I think people don't realize what a fully fledged website Soccershop.bet is.
Perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of magic here.
I'm going to stand up.
Well, I was going to switch it off and then switch it on with him in your seat, and it would have looked better than what you've just
You
done.
can edit afterwards.
But you are the worst talent I've ever worked with. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we have Adam Michael.
Hello, Joao.
Hello, Adam.
Hello, Piere.
Hello, viewers.
Hello, viewers. Sorry. My apologies.
It's okay. No need to apologize. Adam, so you've joined the team here. The team's getting really busy. The cheerleaders have come in. Tell us what you're doing behind the scenes and why people should be on Soccershop.bet and why this podcast, through its popularity, is engaging more and more with the betting public.
100%. So currently, I'm working with the online team. I'm one of the members, helping grow the site, helping engage with clients, helping make a better experience for you guys. And I just wanted to let you know of some of the things that we're currently running. Every single Friday, 10% cash back on casino, sportsbook. We have 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗧, which is free bets for you clients. We have birthday bonuses. We've got a fully fledged casino, 950 plus games. If that doesn't convince you already, then
Even Good Friday.
even Good Friday, we
So-
work on public holidays, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So the host can punt. And nothing makes you happier than paying people.
Oh no, we got automated payments. We pay any value under the sun if you win, as long as you featured.
Fika is the key. You know, Fika is the key. And what else are you guys doing behind the scenes that makes this such a great experience?
Well, currently we've implemented some new software where we're starting to get into some acquisition and retention promotions that will definitely interest you guys. They will be specific to clients. There'll be a whole lot of different aspects coming in the works, but a personalized experience is what you can expect down the line for each and every one of you.
Yeah. And
Oh no, our Facebook page is currently rocking.
Piere goes on it.
Piere, have you seen our new slots and aviator posts?
Unbelievable. Gotta do it.
No, they are looking good. Our artwork's proper. Our odds are as competitive as it gets. Come and join us.
I think the most important thing as well for the guys watching is you can't, in a lot of companies, your access to the top isn't as quick as over here. So obviously we're talking about the machines and the website and whatever, but if you're watching this podcast and you want to have 100 grand on a horse, you're only a phone call away from the guy who lays you that bet.
100%.
And it's a personal thing. The team that surrounds the racing operation here, it's a one-on-one service. Of course, they're not taking a million phone calls. We encourage them to go through the website.
Yeah.
But no bet is too big, from what I'm led to believe.
100%.
Right. That's it. Thank you, Adam.
Thank
Au
you for your
revoir.
time, Joao.
Thank you very much.
Bye, Piere.
Just right.
Cool. Striker, we're moving on to race 8. Lance is back.
Just to add,
Yeah,
we've got a full team. We've got a Dylan, we've got a Ricardo, we've got a Christian, we've got a call center. The guys are there ready to take your calls, guys. Take us on.
Take them on. Take their cash. Right. Race 8, Piere.
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
still
middle stakes.
disappointed.
What race we on?
It's not
Race
quite
8.
a-
Sorry.
It's not quite a cap. It's a middle stakes.
Yeah.
The best weighted horses do it with diamonds. But I like this horse, 𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗧𝗧. He won a good race last time. He's a beautiful looking horse. He beat Aristotle last time out. And the fourth horse was Royal Force. We know he came to win his next start. And he's such a nice looking horse. Unfortunately, he's drawn 10. Otherwise would have made him a banker hard horse to beat. But to me, a draw makes a difference. So I would just cover a little bit with 𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗧𝗧. You probably got to include number 3, Do It With Diamonds. And maybe Master Christmas. But I'm going to lean towards 𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗧𝗧 as a horse to beat number 4, 𝗘𝗦𝗧𝗧𝗧.
What?
Oh, guys, I'm strong on horse here.
Yo.
a horse called Presley. I am so strong on it. It's two little prep runs. The first run back from a rest was to 𝗦𝗘𝗙𝗧𝗧, who's a top horse. Second run was after a rest, did everything it had to do, drawn 7 out of 8. This horse will take a power of beating. 7-1, have a bet. Ǩeminski, big runner, got the form. I don't like the Aristotle run. I love the Royal Force run. But for me, I don't like do it with diamonds, not in the race.
It was the same race, Lance.
Yes, not in the race though. For what I can see, what I've studied.
Aristotle and Royal Force, it was the same run last time.
Aristotle and who?
Royal Force.
No, what I mean is Ǩeminski run to Royal Force. I prefer Ǩeminski's run behind Royal Force than I do Ǩeminski beating Aristotle. That's what I want to say. I think that the run before is more impressive.
I'm with you.
So Aristotle, the next time out, never franked the form. It got beat behind Royal Force. Hence my reason for preferring that run. But I think Presley is a huge value bet here. And I think guys must take their 7-8-1, depending on where. Take your, as Joe does, his each way bets. I'm not brassing Ǩeminski. I'm brassing do it with diamonds, as it happens. I respect Ǩeminski, but a comeback to best, a fit and well Presley, they're all running for second.
Right.
Sorry, just to add, Ǩeminski, remember one last time in the race where he could only get 6 points. So he ran way above his merit rating. So on handicapping, he should be carrying not 58, 61 or something. So even more. So he's well in, Ǩeminski.
He's a young horse. He's got form. He's got a great jockey on his back. There's a winner from the line, which Joe's just going to let me know who that winner is.
Royal Force.
Royal Force. So the form has stood up because he ran to Royal Force, then beat Aristotle, and so the form's there. But I want to go back to Presley. I saw this horse win, and I know he's classy, and I know they've put him away, and he's back third run. For me, he represents enormous value.
Well,
and he's come down in the ratings. I'm very strong on this horse, guys. I respect Ǩeminski, but I would back him up all day and twice on Sundays with Presley.
They've got the betting there, Joe.
the betting is as follows: 4-1 Ǩeminski, 5-1 Do It With Diamonds, 7-1 Presley, 7-1 Apache Sun, 7-1 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥, 8-1 2 Miles West, Master Christmas, 10-1 and better. If you take 4-1 Ǩeminski or 5-1 Do It With Diamonds, I'm going to advise that you get yourself some help. I'm telling you, I found a horse here. If you can get 16 to 10 4 places, climb in. You can currently get 4-1 3 places with Soccershop.bet. Oh, third run after a rest. We discussed it the other night. I told him he's riding a good horse. I like 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥. I like 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗥 a lot. Switched stables from Gareth to Tony. Has run to Cape Eagle. Has run behind a horse called 𝗦𝗘𝗎𝗎𝗎𝗓𝗔. Has run behind Baratheon. This horse has got some
Won twice over the distance.
Won twice over the distance. Gets Piere Strydom in the irons. Very rarely rides.
Stop putting him under pressure, man.
This one doesn't have pressure.
Pressure's a privilege, Piere.
Doesn't get...
The horse is 100-1, so there's no pressure. If you told me you're riding See It Again in July and it's hot rod favorite, that's pressure.
Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, wherever Do It With Diamonds runs, 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗢𝗔 will finish in front of it. That I'm certain.
What price 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗔?
Big price. You guys have gone. Honestly, I can't believe it. You guys have gone 20-1 𝗦𝗘𝗡𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢.
He'll be 20-1. He'll be 20-1 all day.
Yeah, he'll be 20-1. But I really, really think Pierre's going to suit this horse. Tony doesn't put Piere on too often. And
I think it's well found. Well done.
And I wouldn't...
It's
It's got nothing to do with Piere being my China. objectively. And actually, when he told me he had the ride, I thought, oh, you know, I think you'll be suited to this horse. And look, if you look in the computer form, how this horse likes to race.
No. Jockey, I mean, stable change, jockey change. There's a lot of changes.
Yeah, there's a lot of changes.
So I respect that. I missed that, to be honest.
I think he's a big runner. Eh? Right. Let's move on to the last three, guys. Race number 9.
So you got to take the swinger, 2 and 6.
Definitely. Got to take swinger. Race number 9, which is You Can Bet on Us. Hashtag. Hashtags don't work unless they're hyperlinked, guys. Just saying. Otherwise, it's just words on a screen. 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗥, 𝗦𝗔𝗡𝗢𝗪 and Hemisphere, 5-1 each of 3. Longsword, 7-1. Open Highway, 8-1. 10-1. Black Egret and Better. Piere, we'll let you go first.
Okay, sorry, what was the first 3, Joe? You were a bit quick there.
Sorry, mate.
5-1 the field.
5-1 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗥, Blizzard Snow and Hemisphere.
Okay, so I initially didn't think Blizzard Snow's form was that strong, but there's been a couple of sort of wins that I've well, let me go on to. So you've had Flight of a Condor coming out to win and Raining Rubies coming out to win. So there's been 2 winners out of the last run. I didn't think initially the form was that strong, so I'm gonna. To me, it's a very open field. The fact that she's drawn 5 as well in a big field means she's going to be in the middle and the inside for a long way. So I'm probably going to lean towards Longsword just because he's drawn 14 out of 15, and but this is like a field race. I'm riding Black Egret. Only picked up the ride quite late. He's got 63.5. Hasn't run since November last year, so
they have a lot of dead weight, eh?
A lot of dead weight. Fitness could be a problem, so. Yeah, I'm surprised he's actually 10-1. Well, maybe Open Highway, drawn 12, also on the outside, claiming 4 kilos with the appy on. No, tough race. Anything can win this. Go field.
Yeah, Lance.
Very hard for me to go against what he said. You can't, at 5-1, you can't, the field, you can't really. I'm just a bit concerned on Lerena, Blizzard Snow. And then Lerena stays on Hemisphere and jumps off Blizzard Snow. And on the form, Blizzard Snow is much stronger than Hemisphere on pure form.
Yeah, I would think so too.
Say again?
I would also think so.
So I'm quite surprised that he never got the mount or kept the mount. But we don't know the behind the scenes, whatever happens. But yeah, tough race, load up. Try not leave out anything, especially the bottom weight, number 15.
Yeah, it's a really open race.
It's an open race.
Yeah. The winner is 𝗦𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗥.
Doesn't get easier as the
No, but we're in the home stretch. We're nearly done.
Well, it's no more big sixes. What do you call
No,
it?
it's just if you've done your cash, you're trying to find something to get out of it with. Right, in the lucky 10th, Obsidian, 2-1, 3-1, Unsolved Riddle, Sail the Sky, 5-1, Guerrilla Warfare, 7-1. It's a 1400-meter race. 3-year-old gelding Obsidian carrying 61 kilos. Doesn't have to be too clever to beat this lot. These are some seriously hard knockers over here. Circus of Lights, if I'm not mistaken, is probably one of the fastest horses over 300 meters in South Africa. It likes to go like the clappers, if I'm not mistaken. I might have the wrong one there. But for me, I thought that Obsidian would beat Sheets and Goggles. I would be looking to catch the 𝗦𝗡𝗢𝗥 probably. Obsidian, Sheets and Goggles. If you want to have just a straight bet in the race, then the interesting runner, but you've got to be prepared for anything to happen, is written in stone. Brett Weber. If you go on form grids, it looks like Brett's been employed by Dulux because it used to be white everywhere, and now there's color everywhere, and it's amazing. Well done to Brett Weber. Whatever he's doing, the stable's turned the corner. So written in stone must be a big runner. maybe rove those three: Obsidian, Sheets and Goggles, and Written in Stone. That's me done and dusted in that race. Piere.
Oh, tough race. 1400, the draws vital here. It helps a lot to be drawn in the first 4 or 5. I'm going to lean towards Sail the Sky. Drawn 2. He's got good draw. He's got pace, so he should have the run of the race. The horse I think it could make most improvement and chase Sail the Sky home would be Sheets and Goggles. Those two are my 2 that I'm leaning towards, but in a difficult race.
Okay, Lance.
Yeah, I agree. Very difficult race. Obsidian 2-1, they got to be absurd.
You put it up at 2-1.
No, I did the form there. What did I do? I put a line through it.
Is that what that means?
That's a line through it.
Trying to have a look at this for viewers. Looks like a 2.
But when I looked again, because I got back from a meeting and I got into the betting to put in my book, I saw 2-1. I looked again and I said, well, he's a young horse. I put a line through it purely on Saudi sweeps.
Yeah.
That not for me, Saudi sweeps, and not for me 61 kilos, and not for me 3-year-old, and not for me giving weight. I like this horse in an open race. 5-1 Sail the Sea. It's got
Sail the Sky.
Sail the Sky. It's got a jockey strike, in my opinion. It's run at the course 8 times for a win and a place. Course and distance 4 for 1 and 1. If there's value between the 1 and the 8, the value is definitely not with the 1.
Definitely. That I agree with.
So
Sail the Sky for you then, you and Striker.
Sail the Sky. See, Jay's got 3-1 Unsolved Riddle.
I fancy that starts.
Is that correct?
Yeah, well, it comes from Cape Town, that's why.
That's the horse I respect purely on the Cape Town form. So don't be surprised if Unsolved Riddle starts favourite. Drawn a bit wide at 10. Actually drawn very wide at 10. That's the 1400 at the stand side track.
Yeah.
So I wish them luck. Go for Sail the Sky. And I don't want to put anybody off, but I do not like the 1, and I do not like the 2-1 about the 1.
Perfect. Right. Race number 11. The lucky last. Now, I know Piere spent 10 minutes studying this race, so we're going to let him close us off. Do you need the betting, Piere, to give us your
Yeah,
bet?
definitely. This race, definitely the betting.
Do you need the betting for your best bet on the card?
Yeah, for guidance. Hey, make it know something. I mean, like, I couldn't believe it other day. Hong Kong, to me, looked like a certainty, and the horse just didn't shorten, and it ran accordingly.
Yeah.
I don't know what you bookmakers know.
Oh, I don't know.
I'll let you know when we're not on air.
Yeah. I'll tell you what he knows is when we're not having dinner tonight. He's talked me right out of it. Captain Efficient and Prize Platinum, joint favourites at 5-1. Mariachi Madness, 6-1. Samoa, 7-1. Sakala Ikitulu, 10-1. Falcon Strike, 10-1. 12-1 and better. The rest. Striker, what's your best bet of the day?
No, this is definitely not the best bet in this race.
Tell us how you feel.
I'm going to go according to the betting. But I'm of the 3 horses that are in a betting, I'm going to lean towards Prize Platinum. Just the turnover and weight, fit horse. Yeah, so I'm going to go Prize Platinum, Mariachi Madness, both of Clinton Binda's 2 horses, and then Captain Efficient as their danger.
Okay. Lance?
Yeah, listen, I'm not mad about Captain Efficient. I know it's a wide open race. I respect Prize Platinum. I do respect Piere on the 2. I must be honest, 16 out of 16, the draw down the straight. Hasn't got the worst form in the world. And again, Binda is really good with sprinters. So, very tough race. I wouldn't like to be chasing my losses going into this race, but my first 2 are far from 2.
Far from 2.
And I don't like the 3.
Sure. I think as you guys, as everybody knows, this is a tough race. But I think I found a little nugget. And this is another stable that has, in my opinion, turned the corner. And I don't know why it's taken them so long. I just want to make sure I got the right price here before I quote the price.
I got it. Tell me.
10-1 Falcon Strike is the wrong price.
Let's have a look.
𝗦𝗔'𝗦𝗧, Marco van Rensburg, drawn 12, hasn't run for 114 days. Okay.
Has it got Cape Town form? Because
No.
Warren is, he gets Cape Town form. They come here, they win 4 out of 5.
Yeah, no, it doesn't have Cape Town form, but it doesn't have the worst form. And if you look at its last few runs, it looks like a horse that went a little bit off form, but it started to run there or thereabouts. And no disrespect, but I feel like it's a little bit of a jockey strike. Was quite fancied last time out. First run with the blinkers, not the greatest behind Reigning Rubies. Then the Pendragon run and the Call Me Master run were not too shabby.
Yeah, it looks like he's coming back.
It looks like a horse that's coming back. One on debut. Okay, we thanked the NHRA earlier, didn't they, for approving your colours?
Yes, we did.
Okay, let's have a go now. Here's a classic example of a horse winning on debut, given a rating of 90. Rating of 90. So that was in 2023. It's taken until 2025 for this horse to race off 65.
Yeah, that's really poor.
You know, very difficult. I don't know how we fix it. But I mean, technically speaking, this was the highest rated horse in the race ever at 90. Should never have been a 90. And I think Falcon Strike at 10-1 for me is a horse. If you're doing your cash, it's going to be 10-1.
Yeah, listen.
You've got a chance of getting it. You've got a chance of getting it
Whoever
back.
puts you off a bet in this race is crazy.
Yeah,
because,
correct.
you know, I say I don't like Captain Efficient and can win by 6.
Correct.
You know, I see 3 runs at the track, course and distance, you know, 1 place. So that kind of puts me off. But that stable, you know, they're decent. They get their horses well. So
That's it.
that could easily win. So tough way.
Right, we've gone through it. I'm pretty sure we've, again, tipped loads of winners. The podcast is ever growing and popular. For those of you who watched all the way till the end, Soccershop.bet have got 7-2, 4-1 𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗧 on Friday night. Gareth thinks she'll run well. That's the only horse I've got running soon. Lance, have you got anything running that they
Okay,
can follow?
guys, I've had a chat to Sean. I've got 2 runners tomorrow. Just looking out the window, the rain stopped, so hopefully they race. I've got Alan B, who he says to me he's done a bit of work on. He's had a Caro in, and he seems to think that she could have that extra length or so in hand now that he's kind of fixed her. He didn't realize she had 1 or 2 niggles. And then he rates my other filly, 𝗘𝗪, really high. Says she's very, very low rated.
Dodged a bullet last week.
Yeah. She got a little bit of a nasal discharge and they scratched her at the start, but
She would have been thumped by 𝗘𝗨𝗠𝗕𝗪.
yeah, 4-1 into evens. If you're right, I wish she raced. But she was fancied to kill that day and he likes her tomorrow. Says, I'm taking a bit of a liberty over the 1600. Says, but she's got a little bit of quality and she likes the inside track. So he's confident if they race that my 2 runners could almost win. And I said to him, should I come to the racecourse? And then he ended up with a mouthful of teeth, you know?
Yeah, because you don't go. And Piere, anything exciting in the next week that you're looking forward to?
No, nothing exciting.
Okay.
And you, Joe?
I was looking forward to a curry tonight, but you took me right out of it.
Well, you can go, but why there?
China, because my mate Anthony Lang suggested it. Right, guys, that's the end of the podcast. 11 races. Let's hope we race on Saturday because there's a lot of rain about. I'm sure we will. And that's it. Thank you very much.
All the best.
Take care.